This video is brought to you by Squarespace. I'm at the beautiful Rocky Neck State Park and I have the Sony Alpha 1 Mark II. I've been trying to get my hands on this camera for a while, but it's been kind of a challenge because everybody's been trying to get their hands on them. I'm wondering if it's worth the upgrade. I've been shooting with the Alpha 1, the original, for a few years, but this has some features that I'm interested in. First of all, the autofocus is supposed to be improved. They've been boasting about this new chip, so subject detection is supposed to be better. I'm going to review that. I also want to check out subject detection in video because I'm interested in getting more wildlife video. And then the Sony Alpha 1 II has pre-capture, so it should be making up for my reflexes when I'm trying to do things like capture a bird capturing a fish or a bird hitting the water or some similar situation where I have to be fast. Let's talk about subject detection autofocus. It's especially important if you're shooting fast-moving action like sports and wildlife. In fact, you can see here, I was getting pictures of these swallows which move incredibly fast, and the subject detection autofocus was able to capture them when I probably would not have been able to with a single point autofocus. Now, the A1 already does a good job at this, but the Alpha 1 Mark II, they boast this Bion Z AI chip that's supposed to see subjects even better. It sees planes, trains, automobiles, insects, people, their bodies, and also a new auto mode, which means I don't have to switch it every time my subject changes. It will already know what's there. So how did this work? Incredibly well. I gotta say, I was a bit skeptical that the Alpha 1 could be improved upon, but I did see a difference. It was locking onto subjects even when they were flying behind trees. In fact, it even worked when the subject's eyes weren't there. You can see in these pictures that I got of this bunny that it was able to track the bunny even when the eyes went beneath the grass. It latched onto the ears or it latched onto the butt. I compared it to the original Alpha 1 and it was able to track the subject even better than the Alpha 1. But I'm not just interested in autofocus and stills. I want to know how the subject detection works in video. And I saw that the Alpha 1 Mark II now has bird subject detection in video. That could be great for me because videoing fast-moving subjects is difficult, but did it actually work? Well, I think this is where the new AI chip really shows off its magic because it was able to track an animal the entire time in video. You can see this footage I took of this rabbit here. The Alpha 1 original got the subject in focus, but the Alpha 1 Mark II was actually detecting every part of the animal, ensuring it stays in focus. This video is brought to you by Squarespace. When you take all of these pictures like I do, one of my favorite things to do is to one-up myself. And if I get a shot that I'm really proud of or excited about, I go to my Squarespace website and I add it. And I find that it's so much fun. I end up rearranging things and adding more pictures and taking ones out like, ugh, I don't want people to think that's my best work. You have to try it out. It's free for 14 days. You don't need to put in your credit card. Just try it. Put in your favorite pictures. See how good it looks. And if you decide to buy it, go to squarespace.com/Chelsea and use the coupon code Chelsea to get 10% off. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for supporting us. And now to my next test. Another really good practical video feature is that 4K movies can be cropped and edited from 8K source footage, and you still get that 4K resolution. So in practical terms, this means you're trying to take videos of something moving fast, you're in 8K, and you're zoomed out a bit to make sure that you get it in the frame. You can crop that footage to get your subject closer and still have 4K footage. That's amazing. I got lucky and I have this beautiful little egret fishing right in front of me, and this is a perfect opportunity to use pre-capture because I never know when he's going to strike the water or bring up a fish. So as soon as he strikes, I try to hit the shutter button, but my reflexes are often too slow, and now it's recording for half a second before I do that, so I'm able to get that decisive moment, and it's just so special. I also turned on my video because I finally got a good subject for this review. Yay! And you can see that it's tracking this bird incredibly. I'm really impressed because not only is it keeping focus on the subject, but it's keeping focus on this bird's eyes, even when it's moving all around and facing the camera and the eyes are a little bit obscured. So I am super impressed with this feature and really excited. I want to mention one more feature before I'm done. They improved the in-body image stabilization of the Mark II. So now you should get 3 more stops. That means that you can hand hold at lower shutter speeds. So if you're shooting a still subject in the dark, you should be able to get a cleaner image. I haven't tested that, but it sounds good. And if you can get a still enough subject, distracted by birds, then you should be able to get cleaner photos. Okay, let me sum it up and give my final thoughts. I'm really impressed with the Alpha One Mark II now that I've been able to use it in my own home turf. Um, I was interested in the subject detection to see if it improved, and I think it did improve a bit in stills, though the original Alpha One still works really well. I think the biggest improvement is the AI subject detection in video, and it's like a game changer. So if you're interested in that, like I am, then this upgrade is probably for you. Also, the pre-capture, I was wondering how useful it would actually be, and I've decided that it really is useful, and I love that feature. And the in-body image stabilization, that could be useful too. So if you're like me and you're shooting video and stills of wildlife or sports or fast-moving subjects, I think that the Mark II upgrade is going to be really impressive for you. They are on back order in a lot of places, but yeah, I'll probably wait till people start selling theirs used and try to pick one up. Thank you so much for watching. If you have more questions, you can ask in the comments down below. And if you want to see more videos like this, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube and also my Instagram. And my handle is Chelsea Northrup. You can go check it out. And of course, thank you, Squarespace, for making videos like this possible. If you want your own Squarespace website, check it out. I really do think you're going to like it. Go to squarespace.com/Chelsea and use the coupon code Chelsea to get 10% off. Thanks so much.